What's going on, guys? It's Friday, and that means the Movie Idiot Live Show, as I already got Becca chiming in saying hi. Hello, Becca. So what is the Movie Idiot Live Show? Well, it's really simple. It's a show where we do this weekly, and we go over all the movie and TV and streaming news for the week. In movies, TVs. We talk all about it live with you guys on YouTube, on Facebook Live, on Twitch Live, and we do it right here on the Movie Idiot channel every week. The way the show works is we go over the main topics for the week. Most of those I come up with, but sometimes you guys submit to those. If you want to submit for main topics, all you got to do is do themovieidiot@gmail.com, or you can go to themovieidiot.com/contact, and you can fill out the form there and send in main topics for the show. So I go over the main topics for the week, and then we get to your guys' live questions, live comments, and live tip questions, which of course you guys can interact in the comment section throughout the show, throughout the live show. Again, in the comment section on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, you can comment and I will interact with you like I did with Becca, saying hello. Or the best way, of course, to interact with the show, because you'll be supporting the show, is to use the tip link, streamlabs.com/movieidiot, because when you use the tip link, you are supporting the show, you're supporting the channel, and I very much appreciate that. So we're going to get right to it. We got some main topics for the week here, and our first main topic is going to go a little bit like this. And it's our main topic for the show today. So first main topic is Roku confirms Quibi deal, taking exclusive global rights to dozens of shows. So as you all may or may not have known, Quibi was a streaming service that launched in 2020, early 2020. The whole point of the show was short-form content that people can watch in like short 10-minute incremental videos. So you can watch it like on the train on your way to work, or something like that, or on your lunch break, or your work break, or whatever. The whole point of it was short-form videos. They paid a ton of big stars to jump on this thing. So you had people like Idris Elba, Kevin Hart, Liam Hemsworth, Anna Kendrick, Nicole Richie, Chrissy Teigen, Lena Waithe. I don't even know that name. Anyway, so all these crazy, awesome, celebrities jumped on, and they were all part of this. Well, then the pandemic happened, and this thing just died. It never took off. Nobody watched it because it was $5 a month. Or maybe it was $6, maybe it was $5.99 a month. But anyway, it was a pay service, and nobody wanted short-form content because they were stuck at home. They wanted long-form content, and it was just the worst timing ever, and it died. Quibi died. So what has now happened is Roku has come in now, and they've signed an exclusive deal for the content. And let me see if I can find here. It's, I believe, a 7-year deal. They're not saying the money-wise. They're not talking about that. But basically, it's a 7-year deal. I can't find it, of course. But whatever. It's a 7-year deal. Roku is signed with Quibi to stream their exclusive content on their Roku channel. Now, if you guys don't know what the Roku channel is, it's a free channel on Roku, if you have it, where you can watch all sorts of content that Roku puts out. So you can watch now Quibi content on the Roku channel. So kind of my thoughts on this. Honestly, I mean, depending on what they paid, of course, but honestly, I think this is a great deal for Roku. I think, they're adding content to their streaming service. A lot of people don't even know Roku has a channel, let alone, the fact that they have stuff. So this will bring some, clout to the Roku channel. 70 million subscribers for Roku who use their streaming box, so it's free stuff there. They're going to have advertisements on, so they can make a little money off it. I think it's a good deal for Roku, honestly. For Quibi, well, they just need to pay off because they're billions of dollars in debt at this point. So for them, it's just a good deal because they're getting something for their content and they can start paying off debtors. So all in all, I think it's a good deal for both sides. I was curious about Quibi, but I was not going to spend $6 a month to watch it. So now I can watch some of the content on Roku for free. Yeah, I think I'll go check it out. I heard some of the Kevin Hart stuff's really funny, actually. So I'm going to probably go check that out. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Becca chimed in really quick and said, I had Quibi for the free trial, but didn't like it. Needed something I could binge for hours, not 20 minutes. Exactly. And that's what happened to Quibi. The thought process was there. in a normal world where people are taking the train to work or they have short breaks, or whatever, the thought process was there, except for when the pandemic hit, it screwed them. And that's basically it. When they thought they were going to be able to sell that short form content, they weren't. It screwed them and they died. So, but I'm still going to check it out now that it's free on Roku. Why not? If I'm bored or whatever, I'll just shoot over to the Roku channel and see what they got. So I'm going to check it out. Let me know in the comments below or in the tip link what you guys think. And I am going to move on to the next main topic of the day. And our second main topic of the day is this. Kevin Feige's Star Wars movie lands Loki EP Michael Waldron as writer. So Marvel Studios chief Kevin Feige's highly anticipated Star Wars project just took a big step forward with the Loki executive producer and writer Michael Waldron signed on to write the screenplay, Variety has confirmed. Waldron's work on the Star Wars movie is part of a larger deal he is signing with Disney, suggesting a long-term relationship with the company and its live action divisions. Along with his duties on the Disney Plus series Loki, Waldron recently wrote the upcoming Marvel Studios feature Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So, I have been very, very excited to see what Kevin Feige does with a Star Wars movie. When I heard Kevin Feige is going to come on to produce a Star Wars movie, I was like, yes! All this dude does is print gold, right? The Marvel stuff, he has done no wrong. He's meticulous. He plans things well. And that's one of the big problems with the Star Wars sequels in general, is that they were not planned well. And Kevin Feige is going to bring a gravitas to that and a planning process that it severely needs. This is a good first step, bringing in the writer of the Loki series. Now, some of you may or may not know the Loki series hasn't even launched yet. It's already been signed for a second season. So Loki is going to be coming on for a second season. And on top of it, this guy who's writing the Loki series is now going to be writing the Star Wars movie. And, of course, he's writing the Multiverse of Madness. I think this is all good news, guys. I think it's all good news. I think we're going to get good Star Wars content. More good Star Wars content already. I think we're going to get, obviously, some good content with the Loki series. I think we're going to get good content with the Multiverse of Madness, which is another movie that I'm crazy insane, can't wait to see. So all in all, I think this is a good move. Again, in Feige I trust. He has earned it. Kevin Feige has earned the trust of us, the fans, and he is going to hire good talent, and in him I trust. So I think it's a good move. But it isn't about me. It's about you guys. What do you guys think? Are you excited for Kevin Feige's Star Wars movie? Do you think this writing hire is a good hire? What do you guys think about the Loki series getting season 2 before it even launched season 1? Let me know in the comments below your guys' thoughts, and I'm going to jump already to our next main topic. And the next main topic for today is Olivia Wilde and Shia LaBeouf reportedly clashed over music video after Don't Worry firing. So, Olivia Wilde, who directed the movie Booksmart, which is a good movie, by the way. If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend. She is doing this new movie called Don't Worry, Darling, and it's got a pretty decent cast. And one of them included Shia LaBeouf. Well, then late last year, Shia LaBeouf was fired. They called it the scheduling conflict. It was indeed not the scheduling conflict. Shia LaBeouf has a reputation for being difficult on movie sets. He has a reputation for being kind of a dick. Let's just say it what it is. He has a reputation for being kind of a dick. Olivia Wilde has a no asshole clause in her movies. So I think we can piece together what happened. So according to this article in IndieWire, news broke on December 24th, revealing the reasons for Shia LaBeouf was replaced by Harry Styles on the Olivia Wilde new directorial effort, Don't Worry, Darling, is because the filmmaker fired LaBeouf due to his poor behavior in pre-production. It was originally reported that LaBeouf was exiting the film because of a scheduling conflict, but Variety reported the actor was actually violated Olivia Wilde's no asshole policy on set, as revealed this week by The Hollywood Reporter. The Don't Worry, Darling firing resulted in another clash between Wilde and LaBeouf on a different project, which was Rainey Qualley's music video for Love Me Like You Hate Me. Quali released the Love Me Like You Hate Me music video October 23rd, and the project quickly went viral thanks to its not safe for work explicit content and the involvement of actors Margaret Qualley and Shia LaBeouf. Among the collaborators who worked on the music video were LaBeouf's Honey Boy cinematographer Natasha Breyer and choreographer Collective J.A. and producer and frequently LaBeouf collaborator Luke Turner. So, listed among the video's end credits was a special thanks to Olivia Wilde. So apparently, not only did she fire him from her movie, but then they also clashed on the set of this music video as well. Look, here's the thing. Shia LaBeouf is a great actor. I am not going to take that away from him. The dude has talent coming out his ears and his asshole, okay? He is that good. But, and I cannot say this enough, just because you're great at something doesn't mean you have to be a dick or an asshole, as Olivia Wilde put it. No asshole clause, right? As Becca chimes in and says, can I have a no asshole clause for my life too? I think we all wish we could. So, yeah. I mean, at this point, and then to not only clash on a movie set, but then to turn around and clash on a different project as well, it's just bad. Now, granted, we're not getting Shia LaBeouf's side of this because, as always, Shia LaBeouf has no comment. So we are getting a one-sided story, and I always try to take both sides, take in both sides before making an opinion. But that being said, there's a track record. There's a repeated track record, and Shia LaBeouf has proven that although a great actor, nobody can deny that. Like his career as an actor is phenomenal. But he's a world-class dick, apparently, on set, and very difficult to work with. And unfortunately, that's going to be what follows him around. People aren't going to be talking about his acting career. They're going to be talking about how much of a douche he is. And that's unfortunate, I think. And so that's kind of how I feel about that. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below your guys' thoughts on the Shia LaBeouf latest issues that he's been having. And again, don't forget, you can also do the tip link as well, streamlabs.com/movieidiot. And yeah, we're going to move on to our next main topic. And our next main topic is The Mandalorian tops the 2020 list for the most pirated series for 2020. So, this one comes courtesy of Variety. Disney Plus's The Mandalorian is the new king of the internet high seas, according to the analysis from Torrent Freak, which concluded that Star Wars spin-off was 2020's most pirated TV program of the year based on torrent downloads, up from the third spot in 2019. For nearly a decade, HBO's Game of Thrones has held monopoly over the top spot, but fans of the fantasy epic have been left high and dry while waiting for the network's House of the Dragon spinoff, leaving the door open for Mandalorian to stake its claim. So, here we go, right? Yeah, Mandalorian. Mandalorian has now... Becca, thank you for the tip, by the way. Becca just sent in a tip. Thank you, Becca. I appreciate that. And I'm going to read your tip comment when we get to the tip comments later, but thank you for that. So, anyway, Mandalorian has now claimed the top spot for pirating. And here's the thing, especially last year in 2019, here's what's going on. Game of Thrones held the spot because HBO wasn't readily available to a lot of people, especially internationally. Mandalorian has held the spot because, especially when it first launched in 2019, into 2020, Mandalorian was not available in many countries throughout the world. And unfortunately, in the world we live in right now, if you are not caught up on something when it comes out, you're screwed, because in 3 days, spoilers are everywhere. I mean, the Mandalorian season finale came out on a Friday, and by Sunday, people were openly talking about the big ending. And it's hard. Like, it's hard when I do this channel. It's hard. You know, how long do you wait before you talk about the big spoiler ending? You know, people are going to be asking, and I have to acknowledge that, right? So how long do you wait before you can talk spoilers? Well, when people are in countries and in areas where they cannot physically get this, no matter what, they can't sign up for Disney Plus, it's not available on anything else, what do? Well, they go pirate it. That's what is happening, and it's going to happen way more now, especially with HBO Max and Warner Brothers and what they're doing. We're going to see, man, it's going to go back to the days of, you know, the Pirate Bay and LimeWire and BearShare. I mean, I don't think those programs are coming back, but you all know it was a thing, and it's going to go back to those days, man. People are going to be pirating like crazy. I don't condone pirating, okay? I don't condone it. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say I've never done it, because I did back in the day. I think we all did. But at the same time, you guys, I don't condone it, but I understand people who can't get it and they have no other way. Because if you don't have it, you're left out, and then it's going to be ruined for you. And that's the worst. It's the worst because people can't not talk about it. They just immediately, like, oh, it's almost instantly, you know, and it's just crazy, you know, like, I'm constantly on Facebook. I'm telling you, like, the day after the Mandalorian season finale, I can't tell you how many times I was like, spoiler in comments, you know, it's just like, it's crazy. It's crazy. So, I mean, honestly, I understand why people do it. Again, I am not condoning pirating, okay? But I understand. That being said, a lot of people are just pirating it because they don't want to pay the cost for Disney Plus, which, whatever, man. You are, you know, obviously stealing, and it's a thing. But I do understand the people who do pirate it because they can't get it. And in this society, unfortunately, things are instantaneous, you know, so it is what it is. And Becca chimed in here. She said, you do it respectively and give everybody a heads up about the spoilers, though. Other people will post statuses or tweets and say, oh, my FG, the book of blank, best day ever, and yada yada. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. But I understand, like I said, I understand the people who do it, who can't get to it, but at the same time, the people that don't, I'm sorry, you're just stealing. It is what it is. I mean, look, I'm not going to sit here and be like, you naughty people, but you are stealing. So it is what it is, but it isn't about what I think. It's about what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below your guys' thoughts on Mandalorian being the most pirated show in 2020. And I am going to get to the next main topic. As Becca chimed in really quick, said, see how easy it was for me to keep spoilers not hard. Oh, you know, before I get to the next main topic, Kelly sent in a topic, said, do you think it's interesting that Unknown with Liam Neeson was in the top 10 on Netflix 10 years later? Yes. And actually, Kelly, I'm going to get to that after the main topics. I'm going to go back to your question. But yes, I do think that's really interesting. But we'll get back to that. All right. So next main topic. The next main topic is Ray Fisher will no longer cameo as Cyborg in The Flash after public break from DC Films. So this comes via Sci-Fi Wire. It seems that Ray Fisher's DCEU future has officially come to an end following a tweet in which the actor stated that he would no longer associate himself with DC Films head honcho Walter Hamada. It was essentially a public letter of resignation. As a result, the character Victor Stone Cyborg will not be making a cameo in the 2020 standalone Flash movie, Sci-Fi learned on Wednesday. The news comes after months of long controversy centered around Fisher's claims of inappropriate behavior on the set of 2017's Justice League. Warner Brothers conducted an internal investigation, which concluded in December of 2020 with remedial action being taken. No specifics were provided, but it is well known that Fisher alleged that he was mistreated by producer Jeff Johns and director Joss Whedon. Joss Whedon. That was later brought to oversee after Zack Snyder departed. Fisher was eventually backed up by co-star Jason Momoa, who currently plays Arthur Curry Aquaman. So, yeah. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, I try to stay out of the TMZ-ish type things, okay? I mean, I don't want to get into all that. So I'm going to kind of broadly approach this. Here's the thing. This happened not under Walter Hamada's watch. So this happened before. In 2017 was when Justice League was shot. That was when Joss Whedon was brought in, and that was when all this went down. Walter Hamada came in to Warner Brothers in 2018. I simply, at this point, do not understand Ray Fisher's problem with Walter Hamada because he had nothing to do with it. It wasn't him. He wasn't there. He wasn't even overseeing it. So he inherited a problem, and apparently... Now, I will be honest, because I don't do the TMZ stuff, I really don't know what Ray said. I don't really get into that. It's not my cup of tea. I'm just not into that shit. I don't care about all that drama. Kind of like the Shia LaBeouf stuff. I acknowledge it. It happened, but I really don't dive very far into it because it's not really my cup of tea. I'd rather talk about the movies themselves, and all that stuff. So for me, it's hard because I don't really want to get into all the juicy details. So, but that being said, I just don't understand Ray's problem with Walter Hamada simply because Walter wasn't there. He wasn't there when it all went down. So I don't know what Ray's looking for, and maybe I should look into it a little bit more. But like I said, I really tried to stay out of that TMZ-ish stuff, so it's hard. But that being said, writing him out, I don't understand that either. Why write him out? Just recast. Recast. Cyborg's not even that big of a character. He wasn't even that big of a character in Justice League. Really. Just recast. Recast and move on. That's what I think Warner Brothers should do. Recast and move on. Obviously, Ray doesn't want to be in here. Okay, Ray, respectfully, you can go. We understand you don't like us anymore. That's cool. No hard feelings. Have a great life. And we're recasting Cyborg. I don't understand why they don't. Why rewrite a movie? And when you rewrite a movie, you're damaging the property. Because the actors are there to serve the characters, and the characters are there to serve the story, okay? So if you're rewriting the movie because the actor's not going to be there anymore, at this point, you're hurting your story, which is going to hurt your movie. So I'm sorry, I just don't agree that they should rewrite it. I think they should recast. That's how I feel. So, but it's not about me, guys. It's about you. What do you guys think? Do you think that they should recast? Do you think they should rewrite it? Do you think I'm an idiot? Well, I am an idiot, but do you think I'm an idiot for thinking that, Walter Hamada really had nothing to do with this and he's kind of being thrown under the bus? Let me know in the comments below your guys' thoughts on that, and I'm going to move on to the next main topic. As Becca chimed in, said, see how easy it was for me to keep spoilers? Not hard. And Becca says, you're an idiot. Oh, you're not an idiot. Oh, sorry. Aw, thank you, Becca. It's in the title. The movie Idiot. It's pretty